Okay, everybody, we've got another live stream here. We're gonna be playing the Stanley Parable. Played it once before, just didn't get too far. So want to see what it's all about.
This is the story of a man named All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I made it to a room, and that's about as far as I ever made it. This looks like every time I try to jump.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Last time I did the right, nothing crazy.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out. Passive aggressively on other coworkers is sent to... It's changing too fast. Let me do it. Let me jump. Broom closet. Let me in. What would happen if I just stood here? You gonna say anything, narrator? Gonna do anything about this? Gonna stop me? I don't think he is.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I've done that before. It's just in this loop. I don't want to do that. I don't know if it's an endless loop, but I just restarted after like 10 minutes. It got really annoying. Okay. Oh, big room.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
Completely random buttons, everybody.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I'm gonna go back and put more numbers in. Okay, never mind. What happens if I walk here? Can I fall? No. Guess we're gonna go down. Loading, 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 loading. See now clips from this game.
Deeper into the building, Stanley realized he
as you go
felt
farther, I haven't played
It was
too much,
a stirring
so
of emotion
I'm
in his
interested.
chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself.
I have like, yeah, I have 22 minutes on the game.
Of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
It won't? What if I want to go back up? Going back up to the office. And
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Well, if I want to escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I don't believe that. Frankly, I do not believe in death.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Sorry, we're gonna go this way.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
getting really dark. I don't like that. We're gonna go back and see what's in the mind control factory, I think. You know, maybe there's something interesting in there. Some unexplained truth. Where did I put my phone? I don't know. Not able to check the live stream really, unless the messages will actually pop up when I get them. I got one person watching. Capture options. Oh, got nobody. That's sad.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Big button? Why not?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Let's find out. I guess we'll see if we have the strength necessary. Another big button. I think this is about the farthest I got. I got to a place where something like flew up.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What's that? I just seen one of it. It didn't change at all. Interesting. Oh, okay, more opened up. Oh, that's a broken screen. Why not?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
That's a lot. Oh.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What am I going to press? Off? That was unexpected. I think last time I pressed on and it caused the nuke to happen, so I don't want to do that again.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Is it over? I don't know. Oh.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened,
I'm getting a phone call.
Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how. Life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Still gonna be live streaming.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
Okay, yeah. Turn that down. Oh, we can walk forward now. Is this a staircase? Very good. I don't believe this.
Stanley felt
it's
the
real.
cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the
Guys,
new
I think it's
path
real.
before him. This was exactly the way,
I don't know.
right
actually.
now, that things were meant
It's kind of
to
weird that
happen.
the screen turned into
And
the world.
Stanley was happy.
So what happens now? We escape the facility. Ain't no way. Beat the game? Huh?
All of his
So that was
co-workers were
fine.
gone. What could it mean?
I guess we'll go
Stanley
to the
decided to
right.
go to the
Oh,
meeting
wow.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
Seriously
memo.
fine. I've seen so many people play this game before. I swear there's gotta be more than this.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Wait, that door's open. Reckon we could get in there somehow in the future? I mean, the door's open.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Or jump, from. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift. Penalty for jumping off cargo lift. Got paid to jump. Probably die.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Wow. That's great. Okay, I guess we'll go
All
back
of his
to that
co-workers were
first
gone.
room.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
It means
Perhaps
that
he had
everybody
simply missed a
was
memo.
fired or something. Oh, those doors don't close.
When
This one
Stanley
does,
came
though.
to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
There are a lot of
Perhaps he
options
wanted
in
to stop
this
by the
game, I'm
employee
pretty sure,
lounge
though, so
first, just to admire
guess we'll
it.
see.
Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the
obviously we know
first
he
open door
can't
on his
jump
left.
off. But what if he's not eager to get back to business? Maybe he's eager to...
Stanley was so
over here.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about
I
nothing
can
but
jump onto
you.
there.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Guys, which one do I do? Do I even have anybody watching this? No, I can't ask like chat or anything. Hey, maybe you cut the door? No, they make...
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Okay.
Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well,
guys,
don't let me stop you.
Oh, no, it's not.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't
There
even
is something
finished
though.
building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Bro, this guy yaps
Tell
too
you
much.
what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Sure.
Hello?
Hello, yeah. I'm still doing the stream.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm going to stop
buttons.
you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
Someone's watching
Would
you
you
now?
say that the game
Nope.
benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a
Man.
calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You
Yeah,
can't
that's
teach
creepy.
that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh,
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
am I trapped in here? What's going on? Sir, I think you trapped me. I think he's... Help. Help. I went through this door too many times. Oh, Dad. Oh, Dad. Help. He's trapped me.
Who's trapped you?
The evil narrator. I have to restart the game. He trapped me.
Oh.
I went through the door too many
All
times.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
How
memo.
does that track you?
What?
What game
When
you
Stanley
playing?
came to a set
Stanley's
of two
Paradox,
open
and I have
doors,
the
this was
deluxe
not the
edition because
correct
of
way to the
PlayStation
meeting
Plus.
room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Perhaps Stanley did want to stop
The
by
lounge was
employee
sublime,
lounge.
a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Could you watch my stream right now, or are you not able to?
Stanley was so bad
Yeah.
at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look,
What do you
Stanley,
mean?
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the
Crap,
fact
I
is,
missed.
but in his eagerness to prove that he is in
I missed. I missed. I jumped too early. I need to retry
all of
this
his
now.
co-workers were gone.
Yeah, I don't
What
care
could
that
it
my
mean?
coworkers aren't here.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's an open door there too. There's like open doors, but no way to get to them right now. So maybe we could get to them there. Wait. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
That
doors,
felt
this was
different.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
I believe I
employee
beat the
lounge
game
first,
in
just to
like 8
admire it.
minutes.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley,
Stanley's,
but eager to get back to
Parrot-
business, Stanley took the first open door on it.
Is it like a horror game?
The Stanley Parable.
Left.
No, it's a game where you have a narrator narrate, and you'll get multiple choices, and the narrator says what to do. But then if you
Stanley
don't
was so
do it,
bad
like
at
the
following
story
directions, it's
changes.
incredible he wasn't fired years
I've got
ago.
one question. What is a narrator supposed to do?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've
I
gotten
know,
off on
right?
the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all the time. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Is there a bucket in here? I know you can pick up buckets. I've seen people do it before.
Dude, cousin, my mom got these rice noodles. That tastes so bad.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now.
I'm only half listening.
Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh, he's turning on a light. Oh, that door's open? And that door's open. Which door do I go into? I'm going to go into this door. Creepy.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy. No, wait. Where are you going?
I don't know if I want to be happy.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Oh. Okay.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here. No! What did we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You are going to stay here, aren't you?
Near hell. Huh. He's not saying anything.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
To make me play.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh.
I gotta go, Jose.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
One question. Do you have anyone watching your live stream yet?
No. I've got a few people, but they've just left pretty quick. But I don't know if I want to. Wonder what will happen. No. What's the worst that can happen?
No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment.
I feel like I'm still
now,
there.
Can we please get back to the other room? There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Said to stop moving. How long do I have to stop moving for? It's getting smaller. No. Stop appearing down there now. It's boring.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Fine, I'll go back. If you say nothing, I might go in the hallway again. Go back to the stairs. Yep, you're not saying anything. I'm gonna have to go back to the stairs. I'm definitely slower, I feel like.
No. No. What do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
I don't know, but something more convincing than what you've been saying. Geronimo!
Stanley, let's
I'm
go back to
definitely
the
getting slower.
other room. Can you do that? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Definitely getting slower.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
God, I'm painfully slow now.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I still thought that was possible.
So how long do I have to sit here for something to happen? So I don't feel like anything's gonna happen. This is boring right now. I think I'm gonna do some more jumpings, you know? Oh my god, I wish it was faster.
Okay, I just sent the request.
After phase one. It's okay, guys. Let's see what happens if I jump again. Geronimo.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Oh,
going
is it?
back.
It's gonna restart.
How
Oh,
wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Reed, I'm gonna take that door. Yeah, go in here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So there's a door or something down there. I don't know how I'm meant to get over there without being able to jump, though. So I'm only gonna lose $1,000 again.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
How do
Someone
you
you've
get over
forgotten
there?
about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Her.
She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to...
I'm doing it. It's an apartment room.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Boy,
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here,
Dang.
Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. Now.
okay. Creepy.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
What if I don't? What if I just don't press it?
But in his mind, in his mind, he
Okay.
can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would
Guy needs
ever
to stop
happen to
yapping.
him.
Oh,
And so he began to fantasize about his own
wait, where's
job.
the TV?
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly
Well, we're
vanished
playing.
off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further.
clock.
He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through
What happens
either.
when that clock
At
strikes
last,
12?
choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he
Well,
began to fill it with many possible
preparing
paths and
anything.
destinations. Down one
Oh.
path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a
Oh,
yellow
I know
line
what's
that
going
weaved in
on.
many directions.
It's slowly
And down
gonna turn my
another was a game
office
with a
and then
baby.
restart the
And he called
game.
it the Stanley Parable.
Oh my god. Watch back.
It was such a
change right
wonderful
now.
fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing he always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Wait, this office is slowly gonna become the start of the game.
But there is no answer.
Yep.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has.
This is gonna be
Nothing has
exit.
changed. The longer he spends here, the
Computer,
more invested he
tab.
gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this. that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay, we're not gonna do it. I have a feeling I might be sitting here for a minute. If I press X, the office is gonna finish forming into the, or my room's gonna finish turning to the office. Nothing's
You see?
happening.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he
But it hasn't
remains here,
changed
he's electing to
just
kill
yet,
himself?
but it's pretty much there.
How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
But I don't want to die. Oh my god, is it gonna restart me? Very original, guys.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see where...
What's through there? I want to go.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Wait, what? Oh, wait. Okay. Huh? Tripping. Never mind, I'm not. Don't know if I trust that. You know what? I want to trust that. Something new. Yummy. I don't know. Is this safe? The is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. No. Oh, this is just peaceful and fun.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
What if I go back on? See, there's more pathway. Guess not. Let's go in.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
There are guys. I'm very excited.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh my god, it's the best new content. What's this connected to?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Oh my god. Go find a jump. Here's all my jumps. An elevator.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley,
This one
I
go
have to
faster?
say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just
Bro, you're the
elevators
narrator
and
of this
jumping.
game.
Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is
Bro,
new content,
everybody
then
be
I
so
could just
excited
read you
when
the
they see
whole
that, the
dictionary.
jump
There's 20
circle.
hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion.
Bro,
You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And Oh, wait. There's more. Very good.
Is there gonna be another
Yes.
jump circle?
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Nope. Oh. Forced me. That's crazy. Oh. That's not how I remember it. So now I see where...
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Oh, that's boring. It's the office again. Sure. Ooh, key. Or wrench. I really thought that was a key for a sec. Has bro been living down here? Wait, what does that say? Coffee nut. Where are we going?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Okay, I don't think it's in there. I think we have to keep going. This actually looks pretty cool.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Okay, I guess. Let's just see.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Wait, it's got a sticker on it. British Academy of Film and Television. $1. Made $1 a trip down memory lane. Smiling because it happened.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Okay. It's down here. Let me in! Won't let me. The original. Wait, what is it? The original remake.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Oh, it starts opening.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the Memory Zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh, no. Oh, God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
How many more bad reviews are we gonna see? I don't recommend. They're not actually readable. I think that'd be considered readable.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh, dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered.
See what happens.
No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time. At which time, everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or
Yeah, we can see that
maybe
it
a
has been
manifesto.
for about 6
Look,
minutes.
I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a
It's only been 10
thoughtless
minutes.
display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see
Please
what
don't start
Cookie Nine will
rambling.
say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on how exactly pressurized gas works. Perhaps that would have been a smart thing to check on before I went on. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
Oh, yeah,
That
it's been
last
about
one was,
half an
well,
hour.
I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
Okay.
I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How
Yep.
else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the...
Nope.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Oh,
You've just
jeez.
been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Oh, the lights are
I've
gone
looked
away.
at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me... Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome.
Oh.
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret.
Okay, he's gonna yap. Narrator. What's that sound? I think the fan's broken. I think that's what's going on, something with the fan. I think that's going off. Oh. That beacon's gonna get annoying fast.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant
He's
to be
back.
funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of...
gone quiet again. Wait, can I not skip? Wait.
I'll take care of the end.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end,
Oh,
is never
God.
the end, is never the end.
We're breaking the
is never
narrator,
end,
guys.
Is never the end, is never
Is
the
never the
end, is
end,
never
is
the
never the
end,
end,
is never
is
the
never
end,
the
is
end.
never.
What are our time scales becoming now? We'll probably skip like a few years. Clocks, but everything's broken. Oh god, it's starting to break and decay, the building is. Oh hey, Button's back. Sunlight, at last! They fly. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I mean, this guy's missing it all. He's missing the time we've skipped. Like, hundreds of billions. Oh. Of years. No, I don't like that. Then we skip. That's not fun. What the hell's that? I don't want to find out, quite frankly. Oh, sunlight. Oh. Oh. Has so much time passed, it's become just a desert? Will the button light up again? No, I think that's correct. Why is this thing have the cannons on it? Isn't that a bit weird? Mr. Narrator, I'm back. I don't know if I want to leave my only... Oh? What happened? Did it end? It ended. Oh, wow.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time for... Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
New content, guys. Got even new stuff. Ooh. The end is never the end. After all that, we're gonna do more content. Oh. New content.
You see, Stanley, I've
Oh,
been
yeah, we
reflecting
upgraded
on the
those at the
Stanley
time.
Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, you see, isn't this
Funny
far
game.
superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience,
Haven't even
built
seen the
from the
whole
ground
first
up.
one.
Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Oh my god, they're back. 2 doors.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Thanks for attending my meeting.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features. For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine...
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Jim.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says, but no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Jim.
No.
Jim.
No. He took it. Jim button, that's fun.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here. An epic... Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Infinite hole. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Free plus easy to trophy. What?
Is 1/3 cup bigger than 1/4 cup?
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that's fine.
Please no screenshots.
Yeah.
What if I want a screenshot? I want to go to the infinite hole first, since that seems to not be locked behind a door. Get it here. Exit?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem.
That's the two of us. Make it if you try.
Things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole, and we can... Oh, for heaven! You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
That's short.
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole.
Yeah,
if this starts to become a thing that... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working, just still nothing. Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Something's happening. Wasn't there not? There wasn't a roof on here before. Something collapsing or something? I'm just sure enough to... Oh! It's going deeper. Da 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 da. Oh, my face. So what's going on? There's a lot of noises going on. Now it's gonna do something different, I feel like.
My head's stronger. You're no longer using up the space of mine. My head's stronger. You're no
Oh, that's cool.
longer.
Oh my god. I'm about to do the perfect view. Oh my god. That's cool, and that's just fine.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh, good, you're
What?
awake. It seems you had sort of dozed
Aw,
off there, drifting
that's
away
fine.
into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how
Why
about
is
if
this
I just
random
pop in from
sound
time to
like
time
this?
and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Oh. Oh. We're loading. No, we're finally out.
Go on, try out some of the new features. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloon. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is. Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Odd. Okay. Already done the infinite hole. No, maybe I want to do the infinite hole again. Oh. Yeah, I don't think he's going to let me do that again. Okay, trophy. Well, you ever receive your trophy, no more steps. Just, okay.
Now, here's something
Simple
special.
enough.
You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature.
Just give me
Gamers,
it.
we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
on, bro. Let me get it. The trophy is just right here. Lied to me. Said it was free. Please call me. It won't work. What's this way? Nothing, I guess. Might as well get out then.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Collect them all. Can you find them? Can you find them?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Well, I guess I have to walk this way. Okay, that's cool. Trophy. I guess that's collected. Or not trophy, but statue. 1 out of 6.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
5 minutes, dude.
Oh, goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the bucket exhibit. You see, there's a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the bucket. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the bucket, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
Let's go see this.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
I still have yapping.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh yeah, door's open.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
I think we've tried everything out. Jump circle. 10. Let's jump circle. That's where we start. Where is that? The jump circle is here? Is the jump circle actually here? Wait, if we're here. That's this side, that's that side. It's in there. Oh yeah, I don't have any jumps left.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Wow, that's sad. Guess we'll leave then. Settings World Champion. Office decorations, epilogue, collectibles. Infinite home. Why is there so much going on over there but nothing? We got them around. Is Bucky gonna do us any good?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Stanley picked up the bucket.